I'm Lacie Lowry. Right now on News 9 at 6 o'clock, we're hearing from the witness of a deadly police shooting in Oklahoma City in which a suspect with a machete was killed. What the witness says he heard right before it all unfolded. Plus this.
Someone with a ski mask came up to my daughter on the porch. She was eating a burger and he started stabbing her.
A man is arrested accused of being obsessed with and eventually stabbing his former coworker. I'm Colby Thelen. What investigators say happened that led up to that stabbing? It's ahead.
And good morning, I'm Robin Marsh. Lacie Swope says we have a chance of storms today and the weekend. We time it all out. Her forecast is coming up.
Live from downtown Oklahoma City, Oklahoma's own News 9 starts now.
Oh, good morning, everyone. Thanks for choosing News 9 on this Wednesday morning. It is 6 a.m. A lot going on, a lot to talk about, including the weather. We got some big changes coming.
Rain is headed our way.
Finally, after so long. It's felt so long. Lacie Swope, she's in the Bob Mills Weather Center. Lacie, it's been a while.
22 days to be exact. 3 weeks plus. And for many areas, it's been even longer since you've had beneficial rain. Now, it does go up. Those opportunities increase into the evening and tonight. Tomorrow is a soggy day, and the rain winds down overnight into early Friday. So let me show you where the storm system is currently, because it's over the southwest. So it's coming in from New Mexico. It's in West Texas. It's lifting up to the north. With it, we're talking some torrential rain for parts of Texas, parts of the Texas Panhandle. May end up being flooding rain down along and just south of the Red River. And it again begins as we head into the afternoon, especially this evening and tonight for the metro. Here's your Lucky Star Skycam Network. Gorgeous shot from Chickasha, looking awesome here on your Wednesday morning. Sunrise is at 7:10. Now we have clouds overhead. We're in the mid-50s. Those clouds have been streaming in advance of that storm. Everything will be moving from the southwest to the northeast. We've got some 30s, low 40s in northern Oklahoma. Grab the jacket versus 40s and 50s in the metro. And that cold front from yesterday, it stalled to the south. It's going to lift back today. We get a south wind by this afternoon, and we are soaring back into the mid-70s. Still a warm one in advance of the rain. Again, the rain moves in into this evening and tonight. So we'll time it out. 3 storms on your 9-day. Arctic air, days below freezing. We'll talk about the weekend after Thanksgiving. It's coming up.
This morning, we are hearing from a witness after a man with a machete is shot and killed by police in northwest Oklahoma City. We brought you this as breaking news yesterday morning. It all happened near Northwest 7th and Council. Police were called to that scene 2 times within an hour about the same suspect. The second time, officers say the suspect came at them with a machete. 3 officers then shot and killed him. The manager of a nearby storage facility heard the gunshots.
It sounded like when you light a thing of fireworks and throw it down, that's what it sounded like. So it had to be at least 20, 25 shots.
The officers who fired their weapons are all on leave this morning. None of them were injured, and the man who was shot and killed, his name has not been released.
Norman police say a robbery ends with a man shot and 2 people arrested. We first brought you this story yesterday morning. It happened right near Imhoff and Classen. Investigators say Jeremy Payne and Brandy Webb planned to rob that victim, and at one point were told the victim was shot in the head. He was taken to the hospital in critical condition. Unclear his condition this morning, but those suspects were booked into the Cleveland County Jail.
Someone with a ski mask came up to my daughter on the porch. She was eating a burger and he started stabbing her.
A Pottawatomie County mother takes a frantic call to 911 after her 18-year-old daughter is stabbed multiple times on her front porch. That suspect is this right here, 24-year-old Ronaldo Zavala. Is now facing multiple complaints, including stalking. The Pottawatomie County Sheriff's Office says he worked with the victim at a movie theater and became obsessed with her. We're told that he was fired after she filed a work complaint. Investigators say on Saturday he parked near her house and attacked her when she came home.
And she got out of her vehicle, was trying to make entry into her home, and that's whenever she was attacked by him. And he stabbed her 14 times, all while he was saying, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry."
Investigators say the girl's brother chased off Zavala and that her brother was also stabbed. We're told that she is now home recovering from that attack.
It is 6:05. We're watching the morning drive for you on a Wednesday morning. We're checking in with meteorologist Megan Gold. Megan, how are we doing out there starting the day off?
We're doing good. We do have one crash, and I'll show you that, but that is off of the highway, so not causing any slowdowns on any of our major thoroughfares. Our sunrise this morning, 7:09, so just over an hour away. Reminder, you're driving in the dark. Watch the kids at the crosswalks and the kids kind of walk into school. Also, reminder to watch the deer as they are on the move. Here's the view off from our downtown camera. Lucky Star Skycam network off on the eastern horizon. No daylight just yet, but we'll let you know when we start to see some. There's the Broadway extension. If you're coming into Oklahoma City from the North Metro, good to go. Traffic moving along nicely. And then for those of you down on the south side, Norman, more into Oklahoma City, looking off to the north there from I-35, it looks good. So again, just one crash on the map right now. That's going to be Northwest 63rd and Penn off of the highway. Otherwise, good to go, and your drive times are all normal times. Guys, back over to you.
The state mental health department pays nearly $1 million in fine after failing to reach a benchmark in a settlement over wait times to restore the competency for inmates facing charges. The department reached that settlement back in March and was required to cut down the wait times to 60 days within the first 7 months. Well, we're now 8 months in, and department officials say the average wait time trying to restore mental competency is 79 days. The department will continue to be fined monthly until the benchmarks are met. Earlier this year, state lawmakers set aside money in anticipation of these fines being levied.
The Clara Luper Sit-In Plaza Monument is vandalized downtown just weeks after it was unveiled to the public. The statue honors the historic Katz Drug Store sit-in during the Civil Rights Movement. And now, as you can see closely right here, it has scratches on almost all of the bronze figures. Developers tell us security cameras are there at the plaza, but they may not have captured whoever did this. They say their focus is on repairing the damage and just honoring this pivotal moment in history.
Finally acknowledging the fact of something significant happened that sparked a movement across this nation. And it started right here in Oklahoma City.
It's not clear when the repairs will happen. We're told additional security cameras will be installed.
The Oklahoma Department of Emergency Management is making sure the state agencies are ready for any possible winter weather. The OEM executive director says agencies came together yesterday to discuss how resources are deployed ahead of any emergency situation. That meeting is an effort to make sure everyone is ready to take action just in case disaster strikes.
We do so much better as a state when we plan together early and we plan often. And so this is just a good opportunity to make sure that we're not the only state agency that hears from the Weather Service and what this winter weather is going to look like.
The executive director, Annie Vest, and she also says it's a good idea to start making your own winter-ready plans for your family at home in case you find yourself in an emergency situation.
Which is weird because it's warm and perfect right now that we're talking about winter weather, but it's coming and changes are coming too.
Yeah, Lacie, I know you're kind of already looking even at that Thanksgiving forecast before you go this morning.
Absolutely. We turn chilly by the end of next week. It'll definitely feel like November. And here in the Bob Mills Weather Center, we're talking about the potential for Arctic air, our first Arctic blast of the year. It's possible, and it's really timely. I mean, it's about the time that we see this. It'll be heading in possibly the weekend after Thanksgiving. We could be dealing with single-digit wind chills. We'll talk about it. Someday it even brings some winter precip, but that's not the case today. Out the door, cloud cover above average, back to the mid-70s, and then rain moves in. We're not talking winter precip. It's rain and thunderstorms, maybe a severe risk. The details are coming up.
The air got different, and I almost got into an accident. I'm nearly passed out getting out of there.
We are talking with a Weatherford woman who was hospitalized after that big ammonia leak in Weatherford. Coming up, she was traumatized by it. You'll hear her story, how she's doing today. It's next on 9.
All right, we keep talking about the drought, record-breaking heat, and as we head into deer gun season, which is this weekend, I wanted to know the effects of the success and how that could impact you actually harvesting a deer. I sit down with Dallas Barber, the big game biologist from the Oklahoma Wildlife Department. Take a listen.
If it was based on weather, there would be no rut in Florida because
Sure.
it's sunny
Great
and
point.
75 every single day there, right? So just something to kind of consider is like, man, if you are looking in the future for, I want to go on a deer hunt. And
Looking
I want,
vacation.
Yeah, I want rut hunting to be kind of my main focus. The 8th through the 12th, it's hard to miss it.
8th through the 12th.
8th through the 12th. Okay, so this is the latest Beyond the Forecast podcast. It drops on the News 9 Weather YouTube page tomorrow at 3. And what's so fascinating about what he's talking about there is he's talking about the timing of the rut, because so many folks think incorrectly that it's based on when we get our first cold front, that shoves the deer into this pattern. And the rut is when hunters have the most success, typically on very large mature bucks.
Turns out it's just promulgating the species.
Well,
That's
it's very
what's
much
motivated
based on the
them.
daylight hours and the lack of sunlight. And so that time period, he gives you that time period. If you want to book it, bet on it. This is when it peaks in Oklahoma.
That's
Wow.
so fascinating.
I know.
Lacie.
The big game
and kind of
biologist.
against what we all kind of thought
Exactly.
forever.
Which is why I will be on vacation.
Okay. The 8th through the 12th.
All right. You guys are going to be out this weekend probably, right?
Absolutely will. Deer gun season opens. And the rut still continues. It's a bell curve, and he explains that. It continues into next week as well. Sometimes there's a secondary rut. We'll get into all the details online. It's a lengthy watch that chair.
Dang, you
Sorry,
jumped
guys.
off that
I'm
chair.
telling you.
She's ready to go,
That
folks.
chair fight about 3 times a week. All right, guys, we're starting off in the 40s, the 50s, some 30s, depending on where you are. So as the kiddos are heading into school, 60s on the way, into the 70s again this afternoon. Dress them for warm temperatures, dress them for warm conditions with cloudy skies. The rain won't impact folks until we get likely after sunset into this evening, into tonight. We do have a cold front that moved in, so no more 70s. For morning lows. Remember those record lows yesterday off to the east? You dealt with it, not today. Now the rain is developing, and this storm is really getting organized as it comes out over Mexico. Arizona is getting some snow in the high elevations. Heavy rain moving into New Mexico, Roswell, Clovis, all the way down to El Paso, Texas, and that's heading up towards Oklahoma. But we're dry. We're several hours from this beginning. In fact, we're probably a good 12 hours at least from this beginning. Chickasha Cam, 54 degrees on our Lucky Star Sky Cam network. We've got 39 in Alva, 39 in Cherokee, 44 in Ponca, 48 in Tulsa, 46 in Clinton, some mid-upper 50s, low 60s in southern Oklahoma. So above our average, we should be in the 30s statewide, lower mid-30s, and we're just not. But get ready. The colder air, it's still coming. All right, northeast wind now. It'll be more of a south wind this afternoon as the boundary lifts northward, 60s and 70s, and man, just cooking again in southern Oklahoma, back to the mid-80s. Now this afternoon, there's your chance of rain. Can't rule out a stray shower developing, and rain chances are a little higher in the Panhandle and the Northwest. Thunderstorms start to develop along the Red River down in Texas, and those lift to the north. And with that, again, mid-70s for afternoon conditions. So where's the cold air? When feel like November? Well, by next week, by the holiday, it's definitely feeling like November, and it may turn into an icebox situation. This Arctic air tries to come to town the weekend after Thanksgiving, someday to bring some winter precip with it too. So we'll be talking more about that in the coming days. We have several rounds of rain to get through before that arrives. And this upper level low, look at it. It's been here for 3 days off the coast of California. I told you it's dumping flooding rains in portions of California and portions of Arizona. For Oklahoma, it's warm. We're unstable this afternoon, and there's a chance we get a couple of strong to severe storms. The higher likelihood, the window for that is more late evening and overnight. Don't think we'll see many storms, but some could produce quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. So here's a look at the rainfall chances and what we're expecting as far as radar looks like, because Next Gen Live will be fired up. Rain, thunderstorms, isolated. 7, 8 o'clock, there's just not much in the way of coverage. Then watch what happens tonight. While most are sleeping, there'll be some thunderstorms, some lightning around. Could be a little noisy. Some of these could pulse up. The updrafts could sustain some hail and some wind, okay? We'll be here. Trackers will be out. We'll monitor it for you, and we will have the latest for your morning drive. Megan will have any updates for crashes because likely, well, chances when we have rain around rush hour, which is possible for the morning and evening commute, we want you to get where you're going safely. So allow a little extra time for tomorrow. Then the rain moves out, and we're dry. Your Friday and Saturday look wonderful. So tonight, it's a 100% chance of rain. Right now, it is locked in. 40s, 50s, some 60s as we head into the overnight hours. Tomorrow afternoon, mid-60s, some upper 60s to the south. We're just kind of socked in with the cloud cover, and the rain comes through in waves. Light rain at times, some drizzle at times, and then it ends as we head into Friday morning. And remember, we have extreme drought going on. It's been awful. For many areas have been over 3 weeks. Some areas have been close to 60 days without good solid rains, and we'll have on average 1/2 of an inch, 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch in the northwest. From Ponca to Stillwater to the Oklahoma City Metro, Hobart and Altus, 1/2 of an inch. Some bullseyes will be closer to an inch, so it just depends. Some will have a little more, a little less, and there may still be a few areas in our southern counties and in the northeast that end up with some flooding rain when this round is all said and done. And then it's out. Friday is gorgeous. We fall from the 60s into the 50s for Friday night lights, clear skies, light winds. And if you're heading to Norman for the big OU game, amazing. 50s, warming into the low 60s. Kickoff is 11 a.m. down in Norman. Then rain chances, they return. It does look like it's the latter half of the day Sunday into Monday, possibly lingering into Tuesday, and we turn chilly for Thanksgiving. Back to you guys at the news desk.
Lacie, thank you. 6:18 is your time right now. Let's get a look at some of your top national stories this morning. The Senate approved a House-passed bill on Tuesday that would require the Justice Department to release all files related to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. The bill was overwhelmingly passed by the House, a 427-1 vote. Now it's expected to reach the president's desk today.
Popular online gaming platform Roblox says it's beefing up protections for minors as it faces multiple lawsuits about child safety. Roblox will soon require players to use AI facial age estimation technology to help verify their age so that kids talk to kids, adults talk to adults. Roblox's CEO described the guardrails as what they believe will become the good standard for internet safety.
Well, Honda is recalling more than 250,000 vehicles because of a software flaw that could cause the driver to lose power. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says the recall includes Honda Accord hybrid vehicles. The model years are from 2023 through 2025, so a heads up there. We're watching the morning drive. We're also watching winter weather. It's going to be here before you know it. Megan, you got some good tips for us out there today.
I do. So hard to believe that we're already talking winter weather, but the weekend after Thanksgiving could be the first time that we really have to contend with that. And now, while the weather is good, especially on a day like today, a great time to kind of do those preparations. Check the tires, the brakes, the wipers, your battery, and most importantly, pack a winter safety kit, talking blankets, maybe some food if you get stranded. When we had those icy, slick roads, really important that you're prepped and ready to go before all of that hits. Here's the view from our American Fidelity camera. Broadway extension still looking good. No crashes to report to you here on your Wednesday morning. And remember, this morning is a dry commute. Tomorrow morning will be much different. I-40 in May looking good if you're coming in from the west side, and your drive times into Oklahoma City right now from all directions are good to go. We're going to take a quick break and we will be right back.
The Oklahoma City Thunder giving back in a big way. SGA, one of the players who was at the downtown YMCA. This was yesterday afternoon. There's Shay. So many folks so excited to meet him. He was actually passing out free turkeys. Aww. It's all part of the team's Holiday Assist program, giving back to the community. It's a big pillar for the Thunder to give back. SGA calls it a blessing to be able to help those in need.
I love how involved they are with the community. Isn't that awesome?
Yes.
How about this? Shake Shack is hosting its grand opening for the first ever Oklahoma location today. The New York City-based chain opens at 10 o'clock at Oak, OKC, right near Northwest Expressway in Penn. The menu features burgers, fries, milkshakes. The company says the first wave of guests will get exclusive OKC-themed swag, including custom totes and tumblers from Simple Modern.
I didn't hear anything you said. I was just looking at the video. These burgers, shacks, and fries.
They do those fried onions on some of those burgers.
Oh, man.
Oh, it looks so good.
Today, as soon as the 9 o'clock show is over, right?
You're
We're going there, right?
Running over there. What'd you say, 10 o'clock?
10 a.m.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right. Hey, let's get over to Lacie Swope for the outdoor forecast. Lace, what you got for us this morning?
Oh my gosh, guys, the crinkle fries.
Ooh,
Yes.
There was
speaking to me.
Amazing. Looks amazing. The skies have been gorgeous. Our sunrises, our sunsets across Oklahoma have been stunning. It's been warm. We talk a lot about deer season. We talk a lot about archery, deer gun, all the things going on, but there are so many other hunting seasons that are opening up, and duck season is one of them. Duck hunters, yeah, I'd love to hear from you and hear your reports. I have not been anywhere near duck blind in a couple of years, but I know right now it's got to be tough. It's been so warm, not at all feeling like November. Kelly Gwynn sent us this picture and said, you know what? No harvest, but it was an absolutely stunning day. Just sitting in creation. I love that shot with the decoys out. It looks great. So let me know how you've been doing, how things are faring. We have cold air and Arctic air that is possibly headed our way by the end of next week. Not today. Today in the 50s. We're warm into the 70s. Winds change direction. They'll be coming around out of the south and southeast. They're light. And with Deer Gun opening this weekend, we go from the 60s on Friday, low 60s Saturday. Saturday's dry. We'll see sunshine. Sunday, cloud cover thickens up. Rain and storm chances increase. And we'll talk more about the timing of that as it gets a little bit closer. And it is much cooler as we head towards Thanksgiving. We have all the full details, and of course your rain timeline is coming up. Back to you guys.
A car plows into a coffee shop in Hera. The car went all the way through. Coming up, the owners tell us how they're starting repairs. Look at that video right there. And they say as bad as this looks, it could have been much worse. You'll hear from them next.
Also, the Oklahoma Highway Patrol cracking down on illegal semi-drivers on the interstates right here in Oklahoma. How many arrests they made in the latest Operation Guardian Sweep. It's next. And good morning, Oklahoma. OKC downtown looking A-OK this morning. The lights lit up on the Paycom Center. A big game tonight. The Thunder welcoming Sacramento. The Kings coming to town. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. We're going to have more on the morning drive and your forecast coming up in just a moment. 5:30 as we say good morning. Thanks for choosing News 9. I'm Robin Marsh here with Colby Thelen and Lacie Lowry.
We have a lot of stories to get to and a heavy one to start with. Unfortunately, murder charges are now filed against a Metro man right here, Logan Banks, after Oklahoma City police say his girlfriend's 1-year-old baby died in his care. Officers say baby DeJuan suffered severe burns to his head and face last month and just died from complications from those injuries. Banks was initially arrested for child neglect. That has been upgraded to murder.
Midwest City Police say a driver ran a red light, causing a deadly crash. You're looking at the scene right now from Northeast 23rd in Douglas. This was around 9:30 Monday night. Police say Timothy Moran was also speeding before ending up hitting a truck. Moran died at the scene. No one in that truck was injured.
A body was found on the southeast side of the Metro. It was breaking news yesterday morning. In fact, this is the scene playing out near Southeast 44th and High right around 9:30 yesterday morning. Police tell News 9 now it does appear the man died from natural causes. His name has not yet been released.
5:31, we are talking rain chances today coming in.
We need that moisture, that's for sure.
Finally, the question is, are we going to have severe weather chances? Let's turn to Lacie Swope. She's in the Bob Mills Weather Center. That was sort of the talk, Lacie.
Yeah.
Is that still a possibility?
It's still a possibility. And I mean, it's been warm enough that you think, hey, we've got enough heat, we've got enough instability that when the system gets overhead, we will have storms that are strong enough to crank out a little wind and hail. So here's the very latest with the timeline. These storms don't arrive until we get in and develop over Oklahoma until we get into late this afternoon and evening. So the best rain chances are tonight into tomorrow, and those rain opportunities go up to 100%. Rain chances continue throughout the day Thursday, not ending until early in the morning on Friday. Now that storm is just now coming out over Arizona and New Mexico. The rain with it, heavy rain is expected. Flood advisories are out for portions of Texas where some of those heavier totals will be. Live look on your Lucky Star Sky Cam network. Out the door, roads are dry. Downtown, beautiful skies overhead. We do have some cloud cover, and that's keeping those temperatures up. We are in the 40s and the 50s as you're stepping out this morning. Some 60s to the south. Winds today, they're out of the north currently, the northeast. They'll change direction. It'll be more of a southerly wind, and we'll warm it up. So here's your hour-by-hour forecast as you get ready for your day. We're in the low 50s into the 70s again this afternoon. Some mid-70s for highs. So coming up in full weather, we've got a lot to get to. We're going to time all of this out. We'll talk about 3 storms on your 9-day. How much rain can that mean for the drought that is ongoing? It's raging on. And how cold after we get past Thanksgiving. There is Arctic air brewing, guys. We'll get to all the details in full weather. Back to you.
Edmond police are searching for a shooting suspect after a shooting at the Wingstop restaurant. It happened near 33rd and Broadway just before 1:30 yesterday morning. Police say the victim is in serious condition. Right now, it's unclear what led to the gunfire. Police have not released any information on a possible suspect.
A small business in Hera is recovering after the owners say that a driver crashed their car through its walls. The company, who owns Simple Brew Coffee Shop and the next door bar, Stir Social Club, are cleaning up after the owners say an elderly woman got her foot stuck on the gas pedal and drove right through the shop. Look at this. Yeah, one employee and a customer were both inside that coffee shop at the time. Both them and the driver, they're all okay.
If circumstances were different and somebody got hurt, we'd be having a very different conversation. But this is all material. We can replace it. We can't replace people. We can't replace the relationships that are built here.
So the owners say that they do have plans to have their drive-through open for orders tomorrow. They also have an online store.
Well, state troopers just finished a third Operation Guardian sweep with ICE agents in an effort to keep illegal truck drivers off the interstates. News 9 was given an exclusive look during the operation down in southeast Oklahoma and Durant. Troopers say all semis were required to stop at weigh stations where their trucks were checked for safety issues. During the process, authorities say they made sure drivers were in the U.S. legally and that their CDL was a valid license.
A lot of these companies are fly-by-the-night shops. So what they'll do is they'll hire somebody who's not here legally with the CDL. They'll put them on the road.
So far, troopers say more than 200 arrests have been made through Operation Guardian. Some of Oklahoma's top state leaders will be getting a salary bump for the first time in over a decade. The pay raise includes one for the governor, which will be the first raise for the governor's post since 2009.
News 9's Jordan Fremstead takes us inside the meeting that decided who gets more money.
Bill Kern.
Here. 9 voting members under 2 different state boards voted Tuesday to increase pay for multiple state offices.
Yes.
After a closed-door executive session, the Board on Legislative Compensation approved $7,400 raises for lawmakers. The newly created statewide Official Compensation Commission voted 7-2 to raise salaries for statewide elected positions by an average of $31,000 per year.
No.
Members Scott Douglas and Jeff Bowman voted against these raises.
Nay.
When we're talking about $25,000 or $30,000 or $40,000 a year raise, that's substantial.
Former Lieutenant Governor candidate Chris Powell argues these positions are competitive enough.
We don't need to raise salaries to attract more candidates. We have plenty already.
The board vacated its votes from November 12th due to former board member and lobbyist James Leewright. State law prevents lobbyists from serving on the board. The previous vote would have made the state superintendent of public instruction the highest paid position in the state at $250,000.
We have too much education policy being made at the Capitol, and we need to put it back out to the districts and the schools.
With 4 new members on Tuesday, they changed that decision to $175,000 to keep that salary below the governor at $185,000. Powell said the public deserves a more transparent process.
Salaries should start with some sort of figure based on where the average Oklahoman is.
So people can see where their tax dollars will go before a meeting adjourns. Jordan Fremstead, Oklahoma's Own, News 9.
Critics say lawmakers should reconsider how the state approves salary increases. The board also bumped the House Speaker and Senate Pro Tem's bonus stipends by about $27,000.
Not bad. Voters in Edmond approved the extension of 2 sales tax propositions last night. Those measures passed by a landslide. The 1 cent and half-cent taxes provide funding for things like road improvements, along with other infrastructure upgrades and public safety with police and fire. The taxes run for the next decade.
I think Lacey's going to be earning her keep over the next few days, huh?
You think?
She better be. There she is. That's right, Lacey. You're working hard. We got some changes coming, huh?
We absolutely do. The weather team's geared up. Trackers are ready to be out. They'll be out on the roadways bringing you updates. And here in the Bob Mills Weather Center, we'll have Next Gen Live fired up, timing this out for you. It's dry this morning. It'll be dry for most into the afternoon. Then rain chances really ramp up late this evening into tonight, and rounds of rain make their way on in as we head into tonight and tomorrow. It's beautiful across the metro this morning. We'll have the latest on the rain amounts with just this first storm and many more down the road coming up.
In our nation's capital, the Senate says yes, release all the files related to Jeffrey Epstein, and President Trump hosts the Saudi Crown Prince as the 2 nations sign a new strategic defense deal. It's all coming up across the nation.
All right, soak up the dry weather. Today seems like the last day before it eventually heads in tonight.
Big changes seem to be coming down on that 9-day, Lacie.
It's rain. We've got rounds of rain. We've needed it so bad across Oklahoma. We have 3 storms lined up back to back on your 9 days. So we'll have dry periods. We have several beautiful days, including parts of your weekend. Looks amazing before more rain moves back in. And the Thanksgiving holiday is getting so very close. It's now on the 9-day, just kind of a sneak peek. We'll be in the 30s. We'll be in the 40s. And there is a slight chance that we have some moisture overhead. Some data brings a few snowflakes to the northwest. We'll see how that shakes out. Right now, traveling around for Thanksgiving looks good, but the weekend after might get dicey. More on that in a minute. Here's a weak front that moved through yesterday. It stalled to the south, and eventually the moisture and the energy with our next storm shoves that thing back to the north. We're tracking rain over New Mexico, West Texas, snow flying in portions of central and northern Arizona, that is. And then we're also talking about the chance for the rain opportunities in the metro going up as we head into this evening and tonight, all with that potent upper level low. But it's dry right now. Your Lucky Star Skycam Network, your morning commute looking good. Megan will have any wrecks for you or any slowdowns in just a minute. 54 is the temperature at Will Rogers. It'll be a completely different scene 24 hours from now. Next Gen Live will be fired up. We'll have trackers on the roadways and we'll update you because the commute tomorrow looks wet. 38 degrees in Buffalo. That's where you're heading right now. 45 in Ponca, 45 in Stillwater. Pauls Valley sitting at 52, 60 in Sulphur. And there's the boundary to the south. There's a south wind near it. The rest of the state has that northeast breeze. And what will happen today is we do warm back up. We're back up well above average. We're above normal this morning. It's November and we're back to the mid 70s. So closer to records than average before the storm chances go up. 60s, 70s, and 80s for afternoon highs. But we'll have cloud cover and we'll have a few pop-up showers into the afternoon. Might have a little rain going on in the northwest and then thunderstorms take off to the south and that will lift northward late this evening into tonight. So as far as severe weather, we've been telling you about this low risk. A few storms could be strong, maybe severe. The high-end threats would be quarter-size hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds, and some pockets of heavy rain, intense lightning, again, into the overnight. So we'll be here. We'll monitor that for you. The warm air is still just kind of locked in over Oklahoma and the deep south. The Arctic air, well, it's brewing and getting deeper and getting more dense up along the Arctic Circle, up along the North Pole, and that could come to town as we head into next week. We're talking the end of next week into the weekend. The first true Arctic blast is possible. Now, I want to point out this is not completely locked in. Some data says we kind of get a glancing blow of this. Other data says it takes more of a westerly track, locks in over the plains, and gives us wind chills in the single digits and maybe even a couple of days below freezing in the icebox with some winter precip possible. So we're watching it. It's just something to watch at this point. If you have plans, of course, a lot of folks will be traveling around that weekend. You just need to stay tuned. What we're dealing with today is definitely not winter-like variety. This is a rainmaker for Oklahoma. And again, it begins late afternoon and evening. So here's what radar could look like, taking you by 6, 7 o'clock, a few showers, a few storms, but it just kind of gets going as the low-level jet ramps up with the storm this evening and tonight. And then here's tomorrow morning, 5, 6 o'clock, rain moving through. That round will move out. We'll kind of dry it out for a little bit. The rain becomes light and then more moderate to heavy rain moves back in for your evening drive, off and on through the late evening, and then overnight hours, this all scoots off to the east. Tonight, we're in the 40s and 50s, some 60s, just a mild morning. So no winter precip at all coming up for tonight and tomorrow. We're talking rain chances highest through central and southern Oklahoma. We stall out. We're in the mid 60s tomorrow, some upper 60s to the south. Still enough instability for thunderstorms with that 100% chance of rain. And then that ends tomorrow night into Friday. So when we talk rainfall, 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 of an inch in the northwest. You don't get as much rain versus the magenta, which includes Oklahoma City. 1/2 of an inch to an inch. Some areas see more. Some areas do see less because these will be thunderstorms, so not just a complete wall of water. 1 to 2 inches of rain locally to the east, and there'll still be a few bullseyes that might have a little more down to the southeast. Some data suggests several inches of rain, but in isolated spots to the southeast. Then the next rainmaker, sometime Sunday afternoon, maybe Sunday evening, rain chances bump up, and that's with us Sunday night into Monday. That's storm number 2. That could bring us yet another 1 to 2 inches of rain because it looks heavy. Could last even into early Tuesday. And then for Thanksgiving, guys, we do turn chilly and there's that slight chance for moisture. We'll talk more about it as it gets closer. Back to you.
Well, lots of progress on the teardown of the former Myriad Convention Center. You're looking live right now at our construction camera, the Bob Mills Arena Cam. We've been watching this building slowly come down. Crews are working on the north side of the old convention center right now, making their way east. Demo is expected to be complete by the end of the year. Guys, that's like 6 weeks away, 5 weeks.
Watching and listening to jackhammers outside of our building.
I'm telling you, I think you're really going to start seeing it ramp up in the next couple of weeks.
All right, we're watching the morning drive too. Let's check in with meteorologist Megan Gold for the latest on the Wednesday morning drive. Megan, good morning. How are we looking out there?
Good morning. Looking great. Of course, this morning is a dry morning commute, but tomorrow morning things will be much different. So never a bad idea to give yourself extra time out the road, but especially tomorrow. We do have our Lex Stanfield out, ready to respond to any crashes that we have. Hopefully we're good to go. We don't have any. I've got several more shots for you here. The Broadway extension, if you're headed into Oklahoma City from our Lucky Star Skycam network, American Fidelity camera looks good. I-40 and Air Depot looking off to the west. And west of this spot, I do want to draw your attention to a construction zone that we have. I-40 and Anderson Road, the on and off ramps in the westbound lanes. Those are going to be closed here through Friday. So for those of you that travel maybe from the East Metro to the West, just a heads up for you there, that will be a closure through Friday. Right now, your drive times into Oklahoma City are good to go from all directions. I'll let you know if that changes.
Megan, thank you. The Senate approved a House-passed bill on Tuesday that would require the Justice Department to release all files related to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. That bill, known as the Epstein Files Transparency Act, was overwhelmingly passed by the House, a 427-1 vote. That bill is expected to reach President Trump's desk today. Of course, we'll be following the release as soon as we can see the information.
President Trump hosts Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman at the White House. The two signed a strategic defense deal in which the U.S. will sell F-35 fighter jets to Saudi Arabia. The president says he will designate Saudi Arabia as a major non-NATO ally.
And DoorDash and Family Dollar now teaming up. They'll start delivering household goods, groceries, and other products to users. DoorDash says the new partnership will let consumers use its app to shop at roughly 7,000 Family Dollar stores all across the country.
Interesting.
Merry Christmas.
All
it's
right.
coming. Still ahead, after nearly 4 days in the ICU, one of more than 50 victims of last week's ammonia leak is now home with her daughter. Her story is coming up at 6.
Three, two, one. Oklahoma City, your Monopoly board.
Oh, the Monopoly man. They're ready to do it. Check it out. Oklahoma City's Monopoly board game is unveiled. City leaders and, yes, Mr. Monopoly, they were all there to celebrate the board's debut yesterday. And some of the landmarks on the board include Scissortail Park, the Oklahoma City Thunder, and Cattleman's Steakhouse.
So can you buy this?
That
was the game?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's the OKC
Okay, where do you buy it?
Monopoly game.
Anywhere that Monopoly is sold.
At participating stores.
I don't know.
What do you think some
giant? You have to play it on the floor.
Yeah, what do you think some of the landmarks are on there?
Cattleman's.
That's awesome.
You gotta have the Devon Tower on
Yeah.
there.
Our Scissortail Park is like the most expensive piece of property.
I saw last night David said News 9.
It better be.
We're right there beside, Scissortail Park.
Scissortail, you know.
That's awesome. Okay, Oklahoma City in Monopoly. How about this? You can get the full experience of A Christmas Story right here in Oklahoma. Yeah, Ralphie's House Airbnb back this year. It's open in Chickasha. It sits just a few blocks from downtown Chickasha, where the giant leg lamp, just like the one in the movie, is on display, so you can have the whole experience. Reservations are still available in December. When they opened it, they said, we think people will like it, and they've loved it.
Oh, it's been
so
a hit,
far.
right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That Town's End in Chickasha, right out around the Leg Lamp, they're doing big things.
They
Chickasha,
are.
you might not recognize it this year if you head back down for Christmas.
The Christmas lights there
their
are
festival
like
lights
the best. That's for sure.
How cute that house is.
I know, Ralphie's house. And we're talking about Christmas. I can't believe we're almost to Thanksgiving, which means we're almost to Christmas.
And then it seems like you have Thanksgiving and 2 days later.
Yes.
It's here.
Blink.
Where did it go?
You better have it all done, sister, right?
It's about to feel a whole lot colder. We've been tying records, breaking records so far above average over the last several days. We've got some cold air headed our way, but it's still towards the end of the 9-day. We're still above average today. We have rain and storm chances. Look at that, 3 storms headed our way. We have soaking rain for parts of your weekend, likely sometime mid to late Sunday, and the next storm could move in around Thanksgiving. So we'll have all the details at 6.
Or the morning drive tomorrow. It's
I was
going
going
to
to
be a
say,
big different story.
Don't take this morning for granted. Yeah, we're dry this morning. Roads look great. No accidents so far, but tomorrow morning, go ahead and pack that extra time, pack the patience and the rain gear, because we have more crashes on mornings like tomorrow for sure, especially if we have some heavy thunderstorms.
Yeah. All right, Colby, you better get those Christmas lights up. Today is the last day.
You're not going to do it. You're not going to do it.
I'm not going to do it. This
We
is
know. A lot of excuses.
I'm going to wait until it's freezing cold
the
right
boys
after
to work.
Thanksgiving
Yeah.
because we wait until after Thanksgiving, okay?
That's your
You
hard
do a
rule,
real
buddy.
tree too, don't you?
Yeah, I'm going to pay for it.
Oh, man. All right. We have a lot more ahead here on News 9. We're glad you're with us this morning. More headlines, including this one. The Clara Looper Sit-In Plaza is vandalized just weeks after it was unveiled. Remember the unveiling right here in downtown Oklahoma City just a couple of weeks ago. How developers will restore the monument and who they're looking for. Who did this? We're trying to find out. It's coming up on News 9.
You're watching Oklahoma's own News 9 this morning.
Oh, man, we love these city cams early in the morning, 6:30 on our Wednesday morning. Is that not gorgeous?
So pretty, all the colors. Oh my goodness.
That's our downtown cam, and man, the sun's getting ready to make a grand appearance this morning. It is a Wednesday. We got a lot going on this morning. We're glad you're waking up with us here on News 9, and things are going to be changing though pretty quick.
We are finally talking rain.
Finally.
After a drought, literally.
Yeah. I think that picture tomorrow might look a little bit different. Let's turn to Lacie Swope. We're going to enjoy it while we can, Lacie.
Yeah, radar will look about like this as we head into tomorrow morning, guys. So we are about 12 hours from rain chances going up, 24 hours from now. Next Gen Live will be lit up with waves of rain. Trackers will be out, and at times this could be heavy. But this morning we are dry. Your commute is looking good. Let me show you another live look from our Lucky Star Skycam network. We have gorgeous colors in the sky with some cloud cover that's been moving in since the evening yesterday. That's our OCCC camera. Sun comes up in about 40 minutes. 54 degrees is the temperature. So on average, we're in the 30s this time of year, but that cloud cover is working like a blanket. We've had that warm south wind. Even though a weak cold front hit, it was just a not as warm front. It stalled to the south of us. Our rainmaker is now dumping showers in New Mexico, in West Texas, and that wave continues to spread, and the lift with it, the energy with it, spreads across Oklahoma later this afternoon and evening. So as you're heading out, there are some 30s and low 40s in northern Oklahoma. You'll want the jacket. 50s in the metro, some 60s down in our far southern counties. There's your light northeast wind. Again, winds will be out of the south later today. We warm it back to the 70s and 80s. We're warm enough, unstable enough for maybe a couple of strong to severe storms. We'll time it out for you. How much rain are we seeing? There are 3 storms on your 9-day lined up. It's all coming up in just a little bit.
A Metro man is charged with first-degree murder in the death of a 1-year-old baby. Oklahoma City police say Logan Banks was watching his girlfriend's baby when the child suffered severe burns to his head and face last month. Baby DeJuan died a week later because of complications from the burns. Banks was arrested for neglect at the time. That has been upgraded to murder. A car crashes through a coffee shop in Hera, and the damage is incredible. Take a look. It all happened at the Simple Brew coffee shop. Look at this car. It's inside of the building. We're told an elderly woman got her foot stuck on the gas pedal and drove right into the shop. An employee and a customer were inside at the time. The owner tells us, thankfully, they're okay.
If circumstances were different and somebody got hurt, we'd be having a very different conversation. But this is all material. We can replace it. We can't replace people. We can't replace the relationships that are built here.
The owners say they plan to open their drive-through at least starting tomorrow. They also have an online store if you'd like to support them.
State troopers finished a 3rd Operation Guardian Sweep alongside Immigration and Customs Enforcement. This was all an effort to keep illegal truck drivers off the roads. News 9 was even given exclusive access to look at the operation down in Durant. Troopers say all semis were required to stop at a weigh station where their trucks were checked for safety issues. During that process, authorities made sure drivers were in the U.S. legally and their CDL license was valid.
A lot of these companies are fly-by-the-night shops. So what they'll do is they'll hire somebody who's not here legally with the CDL. They'll put them on the road.
So far, troopers say they've made more than 200 arrests and all of those have been made through Operation Guardian. 6:34 is your time right now. Let's get a check of the roadways as you're heading out the door this morning. Our meteorologist, Megan Gold, checking traffic this morning. How are we looking, Megan?
Hey, we're looking great. Still no accidents to report to you. And I always feel like I'm on sunrise duty because one of the best parts of the morning drive for those of you that do hit the roads early, our sunrise is just over 30 minutes away, 7:09. And remember to watch the kids. If you're driving through the school zones, reduce the speed. Also watch the deer as they are on the move this time of year. Another shot of our downtown camera looking off on the eastern horizon. Those clouds making for gorgeous Oklahoma skies this morning. Starting to see a little congestion. I-35 in the northbound lanes. No surprise there. No crashes. Just typical morning rush hour stuff as we get more folks out and about. You can see kind of the cars piling up there. So plan a little extra time. Not a bad idea. The Broadway extension, same deal, getting busier there. So again, no accidents to report, but starting to see a little bit of the yellows showing up in the northbound lanes just north of Moore, headed into Oklahoma City. Your drive time still good to go from all directions. Back over to you all.
All right, Megan, thank you. A woman badly injured in the Weatherford ammonia leak last week says that the gas left her so sick she was in the ICU almost 4 days. Well, now she's home and she's sharing that terrifying experience with our Kylie Deadman. Kylie?
Yeah, Colby, when I sat down with Colleen Thompson, she said when she was in the moment gasping for air, the thought that she might not make it crossed her mind. But she said the thought getting back to her daughter kicked her into survival mode.
Calls, multiple 911 calls. Holiday Inn Express was heavy for air gas truck, pulling an ammonia trailer.
It's been almost a week since Colleen Thompson was on her way back from helping a friend on the western side of Weatherford.
We're an AMR headed that way.
Almost a week from when she saw 2 ambulances rush past her before driving into the ammonia leak that sent multiple people to the hospital, including her.
I know it might sound a little weak, but it's just paranoia strikes up right away. When I drive, I'm a little paranoid driving right now. Just worried that if I'm going to come across that again. Maybe before I had my kid, it would have been different, not so bad, but now it's just everything I do revolves around my kid. And if anything happens to me, she'll be an orphan.
She says one moment she was driving, the next she was gasping for air. After nearly passing out, she stepped on the gas, flooring it to get out of the area.
If I would have pulled over and stopped and panicked, who knows what would happen. I could have been more worse, and I could have been dead. That stuff was so thick, I wouldn't imagine anybody going through that.
Thompson was taken to St. Anthony's in Oklahoma City and was in the ICU for almost 4 days. She says medical staff had to do multiple decontamination showers, but she's still feeling the effects.
I still get the headaches, my chest still hurts. I have to use an inhaler, which I haven't had to use an inhaler since I was a kid.
Now, Colleen Thompson was able to leave the hospital on Saturday and get to hug her 2-year-old daughter for the first time since Wednesday night, which she says was the longest they have been separated for. And y'all are all parents, so y'all just know that emotion, just being able to hug your kids, even though it was just for nearly 4 days, but
well, you just
that emotion.
Think of everything she went through, and then this happened on Interstate 40 while she was driving.
I think that was the question we had, were any drivers impacted? And it was entirely on Interstate 40. She wasn't in the parking lot or anything.
And that's one of the things that she was telling me too, was she was just there. Like, she wasn't even in the evacuation zone. She was just on the highway.
Driving through, what are the chances?
And she had to go to the ICU in Oklahoma City. And she was mainly concerned about all the people that were at the hotel or at those nearby residences and how they're impacted. I was like, you were in the ICU though. Like, you were severely impacted as well though, but her main focus was just those people.
That's crazy. So that truck was driving and she was one of the drivers impacted. And then you had the story over in the parking lot of people coming out of the restaurants coughing and can't breathe.
can
Just so wild, this
I
entire
can understand
story.
why she would have that PTSD after
Yes.
about that. Our thoughts are with her this morning as well.
Great interview,
And
Kylie.
one of the things too she wanted to mention was the kids that were impacted. Like she's an adult in the ICU, and she's like, kids don't have our immune systems, you know, as older adults, and so she was very just much thinking about those kiddos that were impacted and anybody else that was as well, those at the hotel.
We're thankful she shared her story
thank
because it is
you.
so
Yeah.
powerful. Kylie, thank you.
All right, let's turn now to the Bob Mills Weather Center. Lacie Swope standing by. Lacie, I know that was the big question that day, was when would it dissipate with the heat and the wind? It was light that day.
Yeah.
Things are going to be changing for us. Are we going to see winds, higher wind speeds now as we head into some more rocky weather?
Yeah, the thing is that morning, we had a breath of wind in western Oklahoma, and that is rare. We'll see winds. They're fairly light today, and the rain chances are going up as our next storm system approaches. We have absolutely stunning Oklahoma skies. Check out the sunrise on your Christensen cam, part of your Lucky Star Sky Cam network. We are seeing rain chances increase this evening. Tonight, we'll time it all out in the Bob Mills Weather Center right after this break.
Okay, the sunrise is on fire this morning, you guys. The sky's beautiful in Oklahoma.
Sunrise, there's a fire in the sky. Yes,
Here we go.
Absolutely. It's stunning.
Don't stop now. Keep going. Wait.
Never felt so. How's it go?
I don't know what song you're
I've never
singing.
heard
I'm
this.
trying to
I've
support
never heard
you.
this.
I've
It doesn't sound like the
It's the
original.
guy that sings country. Yes, it does. That was spot on.
No, I don't know what you're singing.
Tune, quality of voice.
I'm trying to support you, and I don't know what
so
you're
happy,
talking
never
about.
been so high, and I think I'm gonna find me my right
Da,
kind of
da, da, da,
paradise. Yes.
Okay.
She found
Zach
it.
Brown, that's the song.
There we go.
The country song.
Okay.
Anyway, that's what the skies look like. It's stunning this morning. It's absolutely beautiful. Crank up the radio, whatever.
Here we go.
What do you listen to on your way in?
The original singers of songs.
Mostly heavy metal.
I'll have to burn you a CD, guys. I need to
Not
get
the
you
Lacie Swope version.
Sorry to bust your eardrums. But take a look at this. Your eyes are going to be very happy. We put these shots together.
gosh,
Thank you, Nick, in the
Lacie.
control room. It's a
Gorgeous.
gorgeous shot from our Lucky Star Sky Cam network. Some bright pinks, oranges, purples, blues. Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous. Oklahoma skies showing off. We had the cloud cover that's been filtering on in, and that's going to continue over the next 15, 20 minutes. And then sunrise is coming up about 15, 20 minutes from now. So gorgeous colors. Let me show you a closer view here. This is our Christensen cam pointing off towards the east, and we're at 54 degrees. So as you're stepping out this morning, it is definitely above our average. No 30s in the metro, but we do have some 30s to the north where you haven't had as much cloud cover. When you look down from space, there's some of the clouds that are streaming in. You'll notice the direction. They're coming from the southwest up to the northeast, and that's tapping into the Pacific moisture being pulled in with this big upper level low, and it is getting closer and closer to us. 12 hours from now, our rain chances go up. 24 hours from now, which gives you the rush hour for your Thursday, it looks wet across most of Oklahoma. All 77 counties get in on the rain chances at least one period or another with this rainmaker. Now currently the rain is out near Roswell, Clovis, blossoming all the way down to Mexico into West Texas near El Paso, and that's going to continue making its way northeast. We're 42 in Ponca, 37 in Buffalo, it's cold, 39 in Alva versus 53 in Hobart. Sulphur, you're at 59, and Shawnee, a chilly 49 degrees as you head out. Winds are very light, they're switching direction. The warm front's lifting north. We'll have a south breeze. And again today, we are still in the 70s. So I know you're probably seeing, we've been talking about the cold air next week, Arctic air possibly by the weekend, still a long way away. Today and tomorrow, we are still well above our normal temperature for November. And in fact, we're warm enough, unstable enough that a few of the storms could become strong to severe, not anticipating widespread severe weather, but some lightning, some thunder, up to quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. Slight chance of rain coming up this afternoon. A few showers may develop, a few rumbles of thunder, but again, everything really gets going as we head into this evening and tonight, and we'll time that out. In the meantime, we've got this warm, very humid air mass in place. The dry, dense Arctic air is getting colder, it's getting stronger. Fairbanks this morning currently 1 degree below zero. It is frigid, and some of that dislodges and makes its way down through the plains as we head into late next week, possibly around the 30th. We'll see. Some data says it's more of a glancing blow for Oklahoma. It pushes out. Some data brings the Arctic air all the way down to the Red River and locks us in the icebox for a couple of days. If that happens, we might have some winter precip. But again, we're still talking just under 2 weeks away from that storm system making its way in. So a lot of data to get through. In fact, we got 2 rainmakers to get through before it arrives. There's the big rainmaker for today. The moisture is streaming in ahead of it, and anticipating radar to really light up about like this. So as you're timing out your day, you're working outdoors, today's mostly dry until after sunset. Here come the rain and storm chances. Here's midnight tonight, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, close to rush hour. It's soggy for most of the state. There'll be some holes in the precip. Some areas will be dry. Rain lets up in intensity, picks back up. It's wet off and on through midday, through lunchtime, and also into your evening drive for your Thursday. Here's a look at the rainfall chances tonight. It's pretty locked in at 100% for most of us. Temperatures will be in the 40s and the 50s, a few 60s tonight, close to record warm lows. Again, tomorrow afternoon, even with the rain around, we're locked in. We reach our dew point. We're in the mid 60s coming up for tomorrow. 100% chance of rain for your Thursday, and that winds down early Friday. So how much rain? We have extreme drought to the south, and we're going to pick up maybe a half of an inch to an inch in spots. It'll help. It's not enough to end the drought. We'll still have the soggy conditions with 1, maybe 2 inches once you get to the east and south, and somewhere from Ardmore, Durant, Atoka, back over to Heavener, there may be a swath of up to 3 with locally more. If we have any flooding rain, it will likely be in southern Oklahoma. Then I just want to jump ahead to Sunday and show you our next wave moves in sometime afternoon, maybe the evening. We'll see, but it looks wet Sunday night into Monday, possibly even into Tuesday with storm number 2. And then we turn chilly as we head towards Thanksgiving and Black Friday. There's that November feel coming up. Back to you guys.
At the state capitol, some of Oklahoma's top leaders will get a salary bump for the first time in over a decade.
And it's a big one. This includes one for the governor, which will be the first raise for that position since 2009. News 9's Jordan Frimstead takes us inside that meeting that decided who gets more money.
Bill Kern.
Here. 9 voting members under 2 different state boards voted Tuesday to increase pay for multiple state offices.
Yes.
After a closed-door executive session, the Board on Legislative Compensation approved $7,400 raises for lawmakers. The newly created statewide Official Compensation Commission voted 7-2 to raise salaries for statewide elected positions by an average of $31,000 per year.
No.
Members Scott Douglas and Jeff Bowman voted against these raises.
Nay.
When we're talking about $25,000 or $30,000 or $40,000 a year raise, that's substantial.
Former Lieutenant Governor candidate Chris Powell argues these positions are competitive enough.
We don't need to raise salaries to attract more candidates. We have plenty already.
The board vacated its votes from November 12th due to former board member and lobbyist James Leewright. State law prevents lobbyists from serving on the board. The previous vote would have made the state superintendent of public instruction the highest paid position in the state at $250,000.
We have too much education policy being made at the Capitol, and we need to put it back out to the districts and the schools.
With 4 new members on Tuesday, they changed that decision to $175,000 to keep that salary below the governor at $185,000. Powell said the public deserves a more transparent process.
Salaries should start with some sort of figure based on where the average Oklahoman is.
So people can see where their tax dollars will go before a meeting adjourns. Jordan Fremstead, Oklahoma's own, News 9.
Now, critics say lawmakers should reconsider how the state approves those salary increases. The board also bumped the House Speaker and Senate Pro Tem's bonus stipends by about $27,000.
Your time now 6:50. Let's check in with meteorologist Megan Gold. She's watching the roads and the sunrise. How we looking, Megan?
Looking good. Still no accidents, but starting to see several very slow spots. I'll show you those here in just a second. This is the Broadway extension. If you're headed into Oklahoma City from the North Metro, good to go. Morning drive is picking up from our Integris Cam, Lucky Star Sky Cam network. Northwest Expressway and Lake Hefner Parkway looks good. Starting to get a little slower on I-44 as it typically is this time of morning. Here's the bigger slowdown as we look off to the south. I-35 there at North 27th speeds down to about 20, 30 to even 40 miles per hour. So not all that bad. It is moving. There are no crashes there, but again, slow going in that spot. So allow extra time if you're headed into Oklahoma City from Norman, from Moore. There's the slowdown. We'll kind of zoom out, show you several of the other slowdowns. Again, I-44 in the northbound lanes. Otherwise, we're doing just fine. Be safe as you hit the roads on your Wednesday. We're going to take a quick break and we will be right back.
Coming up on the Coca-Cola porch at 9 a.m., the Oklahoma City Zoo's safari lights are back with glowing animals, holiday-themed lanterns, and more. It is gorgeous. We're taking a preview coming up at 9 a.m. this morning.
We're off under the lights here for another gorgeous day of driving. The light turns green and, oh, right in front of us. Stop running. Red lights, people. We're off under the lights here for another gorgeous
Oh boy, that is more police. This is their post showing do not run red lights. They posted
I
this,
love it.
More police in Oklahoma. Yes.
Go get them.
Oklahoma, more police department. There we go. So they posted this video showing someone going through a red light, literally right in front of a police officer. They posted this video with the audio and even a Leo DiCaprio meme saying, "We saw you. You can't do that. White truck, you can't do that." So I feel like everybody's always watching with technology now.
If I'm not mistaken, their account is a really funny one, right? They're
They've got
constantly
some
posting.
attitude. I like it.
I love it.
Who knew
Call
that
them out.
More police had such an influx of UK citizens. My
I
goodness. Or it's AI. It's one or the other. I don't know. That's a great. It's a great reminder not to run red lights, especially.
I was about to say, yeah, you can't say I didn't do it. They're like, we literally saw you right in front of us.
And I have the video.
And I got the video to prove it.
Lacie, how are we doing out there today?
Well, dry on our cameras, looking amazing. We have gorgeous sunrise underway. We're back in the mid-70s this afternoon before rain moves in this evening. Tonight, it's wet tomorrow. And guys, heading into the weekend, it looks beautiful Friday and Saturday.
All right.
Want to take us out on some Zach Brown?
You do it. That's got it.
No, I don't know any.
Now you got to sing it.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Don't run the red
That's
lights.
my fault.
There you go.
Get some chicken fry. Have a good one.